What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day, and welcome back to another monumental video. In this video, we are finally going to be dyno testing the built RB25 Neo. And if you're new to the channel and or tuning into this video specifically, in a nutshell, I spent literally all my free time planning and building a bulletproof RB25 Neo, as well as the help of a machine shop and a fabricator. My end goal for version 3 of my R32 Skyline build was reliability, making sure the motor was bulletproof, quality parts, and of course, building a motor that can handle upwards of 700 horsepower. A overview on what's been done to the RB25 Neo, I will leave all the parts I used in each section in the description below. Starting with the head, we are running a full Kelford cam internal head, valve, springs, retainers, 264, 272 cams. We are running Kelford cams, adjustable exhaust cam gear. We have the ARP head studs, Nitto MLS 2mm head gasket, as well as a Nitto oil head drain. For the bottom end, we really didn't do too much besides all the machine work necessary. Nitto oil restrictors, ultrasonic clean the RB26 rods and pistons, new piston rings, ARP main studs, and honestly, that's about it for the block. I know the blocks can handle upwards to 700 horsepower. In terms of accessories, running in OEM R35 GTR smart coil conversion, Ross racing trigger kit with their race series harmonic damper. Oiling, we got a high flow Nitto oil pump with the billet gearing and billet backing plate, as well as we machined the extended snout on the crank. And then we have an upgraded water pump and a LS1 140 amp alternator. For the hot side, we are running a Garrett G30 770.82 AR, reverse rotation, paired with a top mount Artec manifold and a custom 3.5 inch to 4 inch back to 3.5 inch downpipe done from Devon at GSK Fab. All the heat management necessary, and we are running a 45mm Turbo Smart Hypergate. For the cold side, we are running an authentic Greddy intake manifold paired with the Outsiders Garage drive-by-wire setup. This thing does wonders. And then I went full HD vibrant clamps on all the piping. Again, work done by Devon at GSK Fab if you are local in the Phoenix area. Greddy intercooler, and then running also a Turbo Smart sleek blow valve. For cooling, I'm running a Greddy aluminum radiator, Nismo low temp thermostats, Z1 4-ply silicone hoses, stock GK Tech clutch fan, and then for coolant I'm running Evans waterless coolant, and it works wonders. You can't see it too well, but I do have a Taarks oil plate accompanied with an improved racing remote oil filter head block that goes to this very large coil oil cooler. For fueling, we are running quite a bit of companies. We have a radium fuel rail, radium fuel damper, radium fuel pressure regulator, injector dynamic 1050s that are E85 compatible. I went bougie and did a full -6 PTFE 6AN setup from feed to return, accompanied with a Deechworks 420 fuel pump, and also we are running a Haltech flex fuel sensor. And then also in the last video, if you guys saw, I wired up the Deechworks fuel pump hard wire relay kit. For ECU and wiring, I am running a Haltech Elite 2500 with their wideband and a full custom wiring specialties harness. For oil, I will be running Multool 300V Le Mans 1060. For the clutch and gearbox, I am running an OS Geiken twin disc clutch. Pedal honestly feels pretty close to OEM, just a little bit more sporty. RB25 GTT gearbox that I converted pull back to push. And then if it makes a difference, I am running Speedtex short throw shifter, and this thing honestly feels amazing. I may be missing a couple of mods, but you get the gist of it. I built this motor with reliability and quality in mind. The motor should honestly make anywhere between 600 wheel on 20 to 22 pounds of boost running E85. My engine builder, Albert, who runs ARM Turbo Tuning, who's been building SRs, JZs, and RBs for over 20 plus years, He's done this recipe several times and he's made 600 wheel. Honestly, for the tune, I just want to make anywhere between 500 to 550 horsepower. That is more than enough for me. The Skyline only weighs north of 3,000 pounds and my tire setup in the rear isn't the greatest. Right now I'm running 225 35s on a 10 with 0 camber. So the tires will definitely need to be changed out if I want to utilize the power. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below how much the built RB25 Neo is going to make. At this time, I'm just waiting on a buddy with this car and trailer. We are going to load up tonight. That way we don't need to wake the neighbors up in the morning. And we need to be up in Phoenix, UMSTuning by 8 a.m. And from Tucson to Phoenix is a good hour-and-a-half drive. So might as well get everything knocked out this evening. All right, Albert just called me, said that he wants me to change the oil here. So I did. Again, I'll be using Mold-Tool 300V Le Mans 1060, as well as a new filter. Since I'm running a remote oil filter, I'm running like this truck size filter, which is awesome. So now it's time to go ahead and load it on the trailer. That mold tool definitely made a difference in sound. Good morning, everybody. Just made it to UMSTuning, got the Skyline loaded up on the trailer last night. A huge shout out to Lucas. We are incredibly stoked for today. I am confident the Skyline's going to be making crazy power, and I know UMS has over 20 plus years of experience. Let me know again what you think the Skyline's gonna make in the comments below. Again, anything over 500 horsepower is the goal. All right, everybody, just talked with the owner and the tuner. So unfortunately, we can't be inside the gate while it's being tuned due to, you know, tunability. The tuner needs to be focused, and of course, insurance reasons. So I'm gonna do my best to film from the outside, and then I'm sure Albert will be here a little bit later and he can send us some phone clips from the inside. So essentially, just getting set up on the hub dyno. Again, I cannot be within the premises, unfortunately, but Albert is here. I just talked to him and he said we should dial in about 90% of this tune, and then the rest will just be data logging when we get home, and then fully solidifying all of these systems. So it's been a good hour already. So essentially what the tuner is doing is setting the idle at 750 and then slowly doing 250 RPM increments all the way up to 3,000, just to essentially simulate, I guess, street driving, uphill driving, downhill driving. So essentially the initial prep time may be a couple of hours, since again we're starting from 750 and working our way to 3,000 and then to 5,000, and then doing the full gear pulls. So I'm gonna leave the boring stuff out, but once we do the full pulls, that's when I'll pick up the camera. So some time has passed. The boys and I went to go get brunch. I unfortunately forgot the camera in the car to give to Albert when they did the hits. As soon as we left, they started doing all the dyno pulls, which I will post here on Albert's phone. So as you can see, the Skyline has been making phenomenal power. Haven't ran into any issues, God bless. Right now on 85 22 pounds, we made 613 wheel. We maxed out the injectors, the fuel pump is maxed out. Intercooler is essentially maxed out. I need to upgrade to something of newer technology to maintain IATs. But so far everything is going very, very well. A huge shout out to UMS and Albert for all you did. We're gonna just finalize the E85 tune, and after that, we should be ready to head home.
Got it mat all the way down. There you go.
All right, everybody, tune was a huge success. Essentially, we made 600 wheel, 470 wheel torque, 23 pounds of boost on E85. This thing is an absolute monster. Albert and I just took it for a spin. Ripped first, second, and third. Definitely need to grip up the rear more, but for the most part, guys, incredibly stoked with how far we came on the version 3 of the Skyline. A few bugs to work out, of course, but for the most part, she's almost done. Family and friends, we are finally back home, safe and sound. Skyline did absolutely amazing. I am in shock. Like, I am at a loss for words how smooth the tune went. The power delivery and just everything today, just I'm astonished. I genuinely am. In the last clip I mentioned, again, on 85 and 23 pounds of boost, we made 627 wheel horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque to the wheel, of course. But if you're translating that to just horsepower, the RB25 Neo made 733 horsepower, which is absolutely insane. Albert and I did drive it. He forced me to do 3 hits, first gear, second gear, third gear. Couldn't keep traction. It was insane, and getting used to the Chase Phase brake booster delete, essentially having manual brakes, I still need to get used to, so I don't want to go too crazy, but overall, Skyline did absolutely amazing, and I'm so incredibly stoked. A couple of bugs we do need to sort out so we get maximum drivability on the Skyline is waiting on my Tilton clutch master so I can have better engagement on like the mid-low end. My transmission tail shaft output seal is leaking pretty bad, and I don't want to be driving slinging trans gear oil everywhere. Albert did mention that I do need to upgrade my intercooler. This ready one I got because I was in like that Japan-esque era when I was first building the Skyline. He said the technology is very old with the fins, and he wants me to upgrade to a Garrett core. Essentially, this isn't moving enough air volume to reduce IATs. They're not super high, but again, if I want the maximum efficiency out of my motor, we need to get this replaced. And then we just need to do a severe nut and bolt check in the bay and also in the suspension as well. But other than that, everybody, that is all I have for you in this video. I am cooked being out in the sun all day, but incredibly stoked for everybody who's followed me throughout the Skyline journey for the past 4-5 years. Bought the Skyline in 2019, RB20 GT Blue in 2020, and then in 2024, we initiated the Dream build, RB25 Neo build, and as you can see in this video, we made fantastic results. Next video, we got some goodies to install, and I have a couple more parts I need to order, and all the good stuff. But thank you again, everybody, so much for the continued love and support. And if you're new to the channel too and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.